I'm Richa and welcome to indiabase.ca. Today we're going to be making one of our go-to recipes, and it's actually from a website called Vegan Richa, and she's got some awesome blogs on there and some really great recipes on how to make naan bread, which is what we're going to be making today. We're actually making an avocado naan. We've put this recipe on Pinterest. It's been pinned a number of times. It's really quite popular, and so we thought we'd kind of pay a little bit of homage to Vegan Richa and this really awesome recipe. So again, check out her website, veganricha.com, and she's got some other stuffed naan recipes on there, parontas as well, which is Indian flatbread stuffed with potatoes or cauliflower. So here are the ingredients you'll need to make this wonderful avocado naan dish. So the first thing you'll need to do is start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and to it we've added in 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking powder. And you just mix it through until it's been incorporated. While that's sitting, you can actually go ahead and you're going to be using the yeast. So you're going to use a 1/4 cup of lukewarm water, add in about 2.5 teaspoons of dry active yeast, and then add in a teaspoon or a couple of teaspoons of sugar. And then you let it sit for about 10 minutes and you'll see that it gets really nice and frothy and doubles, and that's how you know your yeast is actually active. And you're going to add that to the mixture along with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And this is the best part. So on the website, Richa actually suggests using either yogurt. You can use coconut yogurt as well. She says it works really well. Or if you don't have that, avocado. So about 4 tablespoons of avocado, and we've added a little bit of lemon juice to it as well. And this, again, we've made a number of times, and it tastes really good with the avocado. So we're excited to try it with the yogurt, but we know the avocado works really well. And then just a little bit of lukewarm water to make the dough as needed. So I've finished kneading the flour together with the avocado, and I've placed it in a greased bowl, and I put a little extra olive oil on top. Now this is going to sit for at least 2 hours. It'll probably rise up really nicely, and then from that we're going to make it into the naan. And you can add some garlic to this at this point, would be really great, or even before you fry the naan, you can probably add nice slivers of garlic right into the dough. We're also going to be using some carom seeds. You can use black sesame seeds. There's a couple other suggestions on Richa's website to make this a really delicious naan. So we'll let this sit for a couple hours, and then we'll cook this up. So we've let our dough rest for about 2 hours, and you'll notice that it almost doubles in size. And when you take it out, it's actually not that sticky at all. It's really kind of soft to the touch, and you can notice it's not sticking to my hand at all, and it's because we probably put a little bit of, it's because of the oil that we put on top of the dough as well. So I put a little bit of flour on my cutting board. I kneaded it a little bit for about a minute, and now I'm going to cut it into about 5 pieces and then roll it out into an 8-inch oval shape, just thin enough so that it cooks evenly. And I'm going to actually put some sesame seeds on top, but again, you can use carom seeds, nigella seeds, whatever you have, or garlic. Again, you can even use garlic powder at the end with a little bit of butter if you'd like as well. So I'm going to roll this out into an 8-inch dough, and then I'll show you how we're going to cook it on the stove. So in my non-stick pan, I put it on medium-high heat, and you can see that I've rolled out the dough into, Richa recommends like an 8-inch oval, or whatever shape really I think works fine. But the important thing to know is that on the bottom, before you put it in the pan, just spritz a little bit of water on it, and then on top we put, we've patted in the sesame seeds. that we're using. So I'm going to let this cook covered until it starts to puff up, and cook it for at least maybe 1.5 minutes per side. If you do want it a little bit more charred, Richa recommends maybe if you have an open flame, you can put the naan over that with some tongs and let it char a little bit more. Or you can even cook it over like a wire rack on a regular stove that you have, just to get it really nice and crispy. So the steam from the water on the bottom with the heat is going to make the naan rise, and it should be really nice and delicious and golden brown when it comes out. I've just flipped over the naan. You can see that it's nice and golden brown. I do like mine a little bit darker, a little bit more charred, just to give it that really nice smoky feeling. I flipped it over and I've added some butter just right away onto one of the sides, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out. But basically these naans are done. So I'm going to plate these up and dig in. So there you have it, a really simple and easy, delicious avocado naan dish. So again, this is something that you can eat just on its own with some butter, which is what I'm planning on doing today. Or you can have it with some soup, any type of Indian side dish like butter chicken, chicken curry, cauliflower potatoes, any number of recipes that you can find on our website, indiabase.ca. And for this recipe and many more like it, you can visit www.veganricha.com. So thanks to Richa for letting us use her recipe today and many of her other recipes. And happy eating. Thank you so much.